Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again. I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will beside me. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Today is December 17th, 2023. It is noon 04 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for joining. It's not the ideal time to stream, it's kind of early, but I have been busy the last 2 days and I really haven't got to stream. So I'm here. It's good to see you all. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hey Jude, Vicky B, I see you. Single mom, outdoorsy, Lake Superior, Lisa, Jaded, Granny's house, Juno, Peas in the pod, Vampy, Coco. Hey Jude, Cat's Eyes, Marlena, Cantu, Cotton Candy, Single Mom, Fine Summer's Truth, Not a Drama, Jack J, Single Mom again there, uh, Coco, Outdoorsy Life, Vicky B, Cotton Candy, 65, Deborah, Lake Superior, Tattoos Thrifting, Carla, Teresa, Cece, Jaded, Sexy Wild Thing, Carol, Freaking Claus. Love that screen name. You go, girl. Teresa, Run with Scissors. Don't run with scissors. Uh, Good to see you. Vampy, hello. Hello, Chloe Jade, Doobie Scooby, Rhonda, Muscles, and some mascara. Hello. Peas in the pod. Act right, people. I agree. Jessica, hello. It's good to see you all. Gypsy Mountain Mama. Hello, Gloria. Gloria. Dot. Hello, Pearl Strand. Teresa. Pink Warrior. Preschool Granny. Hello. All right. Penelope, my love. Hello, Jessica. Love one another. We certainly do need to do that more. True crime junkie. And there's my Jesse. Jared Brown. Hello. Good to see you all. Animal lover. Hello. All right, Nurse Sandy, Teresa, good to see you. Joy, Southern Mountain Girl, Teresa, Mike says, Susan, Pug Mom, I love a pug. Everyone knows I love a pug. I have a pug. It's good to see you all. All the love in the chat. Chris, good to see you. All right. So I'm going to do, yes, if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. It is a way that you can help spread the word of getting these videos out for the missing. Thank you, Muscles. Good to see you. All right. So going to be talking about a few different things today. Oh my God, so glad you're live. Saw a channel that showed the milk jugs videos and that it hit me. It was staged. Margaret, it's very possible that video was staged. It's interesting that video was allegedly taken at 3:09 p.m. I'm going off on a tangent here, but that's okay. 3:09 p.m. Hey, Vampy, thank you so much for gifting one membership. That's so kind of you, my love. If you was the lucky one to uh, get that, then please thank our beloved Vampy. Uh, appreciate it. I will be doing some more members live soon, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Some say the metadata for the milk video is June 6th. Well, the thing is, there's no proof either way that I have seen. There's just no proof that I've seen either way. So I personally, in my opinion, feel like that milk jug video was taken June 15th. Personally. Um, a few different reasons. This came out very early on, that this milk jug video. And in my opinion, hey Trev, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Hey Pearlstrand, Rhonda, good to see you. I personally feel like that was taken June 15th for a couple of reasons, in my opinion. One is Candace and Dawn put that picture out very shortly after Summer went missing, almost immediately. So there's that. She said it on a podcast that she would show the receipt of what time she took it. She said it was 3:09 p.m., meaning Candace. Now, she never did send the receipt back to that. Now, it could have been just because she forgot. It could have been she didn't, she had a lot of other things going on. But I do feel like it was taken June 15th, and I think it was, in my opinion, taken for a very specific reason. A very specific reason. And it showed that she was there. She was there in the truck with them. I think it was part of the story, the script, the alibi, if you will. I worry about an accident after leaving H's home. Possibly something bad could have happened between, you know, if Summer was really okay in the truck with H the entire time. Now, H says it was at least an hour, maybe longer, that they were in that Candace and Grandis was in the grocery store. In my opinion, Grandis was not in that grocery store. My opinion. But I want to make it very clear that she does, meaning Candace says that her and Grandis were in the grocery store together. But if nothing happened while H and Summer was sitting out in the back of that truck, then, you know, they drop H off And then did something happen between going home to Ben Hill Road? Or did they I used to think maybe they didn't go straight home. Maybe they went to see Dawn. Maybe Dawn went, met him somewhere. But, if we look at um the video that I showed the other day, we know exactly where Candace was based upon that very short video where she's driving. And that is 9 minutes away from her home. Absolutely, Trevor. My gut tells me whatever happened was over by 6:30. Absolutely. And in my opinion, it was done sometime before 6:30. I would say from 3:30, most likely in my opinion from 3:30 to 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. But from 3:30 to 4:30, I think something really, really happened. What it was, I don't know. None of us do. None of us know. The things that we do know is that the parent story does not make sense whatsoever. At all. Doesn't make sense. Did the vehicle get back bumper repairs afterwards? Grandis got a new was it a new tailgate? Hiding hugs around 4:30. What's hiding hugs? I don't know what that is. She did get a new tailgate. But the spilled candy in the truck could be an issue happen in the truck on the way home. Yes, it was a different color tailgate, but it was some time, to be fair, it was some time after Grandis got that tailgate. I suspect they had an accident at some point too. This is when before Summer was went missing in the Dollar General parking lot. I don't know if that was with Grandis's vehicle or not. I can't remember. Something bothered me about her clothes, but I would have never realized that unless I had gone through this, having to put on my clothes, having barely any mobility in my dominant arm. What bothered you about her clothes? Oh, Jessica, thank you so much. New subscriber, love your lives. Oh, thank you, Jessica. That's so kind of you. Appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome. Uh, Always love to hear your opinion and your thoughts on this case. Um, Everything is welcome. Absolutely. Um, whether you think, the parents aren't involved or are involved or somewhere in between, the only thing was we ask is you just put, in my opinion or whatever. But thank you so much. You are so kind and um, nice to meet you, sort of, right? Thank you, Trev. Thank you. Very kind. Mike says, I wonder, did they stop to admire someone's porch? Did anyone see the Viking to where Summer went missing? Christy, there has been a few in the last 2 years or so. I go back and forth between bad accident, DRUG, OD. Okay. Proceeding. Okay. The hood was on the side. Yes. And Spanish Angel, I have talked about that. The only thing, her hood was up this way. But I do want to say that if your hood is back here, I actually had a hood on one day and I tried to do it. Um, if you slump over, it could potentially go to the side like that. Um, but you would think after driving and bumps and everything, it would kind of go back down, but may not. Temperature was appropriate clothing for a two-piece. Uh, yes. What bothers me is Candace talks about, oh, well, summer stays hot. Oh, well, summer stays cold. And she uses it to fit whatever narrative she needs at the moment. Um, it's not natural to put a bathing suit under a child's clothing at 7:30 in the morning when you allegedly had no plans of swimming and or fishing that day. But in my opinion, I do believe wholeheartedly that Candace and H had been talking the night before. I absolutely believe that Candace and H had been talking the night before, and they were going to take Grandis to the hospital that day. And so they planned something the night before. The early morning hours of June 4th or June 15th, like after midnight, or late night of June 14th, in my opinion. In H's interview, he said the milks put them, then changed it to I put them there. Yeah, something is up with that milk. What I don't understand is, you hit the brake, um, you go you hit the brake hard, and anyone who's been, to try to get to Ben Hill Road or anything, the roads are curved and, you know, just twisty, roads. Eh, You hit the brake, it's going to go straight into the floorboard. Doesn't make sense. You ever dressed up like, it's November, October, November, but you've got it. She's laying on the side of the milk jugs. Don, don't talk like no father of a missing child. That is for sure. Hey, Mama OG, good to see you. Did Candace have a cap line on her head in that video, but no cap? Which video, Selena? Hey, Christy, good to see you. Chloe. According to Fred, Candace is the video. Candace in a video walking around. Wonder what time that was at. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, dear. Yep. Big fish. Big fish. Some children have an issue with the seat belt scratching, so possibly they place the hood. Um, Janet, that is true. Some children and adults, they don't like that seat belt, like it feels like it's cutting their neck or whatever. However, We have several photos of Summer with the seatbelt on regularly. Never bothered her before. Never bothered her before. Now, she was sleeping, allegedly. So, did H confirm he's seen Summer wear that attire? That's a good question. It's a good question, Selena. I don't know. That's a good question. I heard in one video that they were at the swim hole twice that day. That has been alleged in stitches. That has been alleged from allegedly someone at the horse stables right across from the swimming area where you can clearly see where everyone parks from there. Candace doesn't change clothes. Summer may have worn that suit for days. Potentially. I mean, yes. What doesn't make sense is that you can call 911 when you don't have service. Yeah. The seatbelt was put behind Summer in that photo, and that's the only photo slash video that I've ever seen with Summer with the seatbelt behind her. Hey, Tree Baby Tennessee. Good to see you. What bothered me was the phone switcheroo for the call of the 911 phone. Yes. And Candace said, I put my phone on the tailgate. She made that very clear. Had to get my church on, so just coming in. Praise the Lord, Sally. I'm glad you did. We could all use a little church, in my opinion. The entire month, except for the first few days of June, was over 80 degrees in June 2021. Yep. I usually cold after a swim to put warm clothes on. Doesn't surprise me. Yes, um, that is true. I mean, but do you put sweats on and a coat and zip it up also while you're sitting in a hot car in June without any air conditioner on? That's the thing. I'm way behind on comments. She called 911 about a DV. Correct. That is correct. So why switch phones? Summer, yes. Did she call? Did she do that before? I don't know. Just food for thought doesn't add up to me. That is true. I think many of us will be surprised at the depravity D and Key. I agree, Dot. Particularly in my opinion, Dawn. Hello, Spirit Seeker. Good to see you, dear. It was always convenient for her when she was calling 911 on Dawn Wells. The phone always worked then. Well, then remember they allegedly talked for 30 minutes while Don was on his way home. Neither one of them lost service, which that either had to be a direct line from God and keeping them online together without any type of pinging to towers, or they're lying. To get heat stroke sitting in a car with no AC on, even temperature was over 75 degrees. Absolutely. Absolutely. hmm There is, we have to, in my opinion, look at what is the likelihood something that we know Summer did that day, according to, again, Candace and H, and grandis, so to say. They went swimming. That is truthfully a huge possibility that something could have happened there statistically. It takes, which I've showed on this channel, it takes literally 20 seconds to drown for a child. 20 seconds. And it's not something like out of the movies where we're splashing and screaming and all that. You can't breathe. There's nothing coming out. Right? What's another thing that happened that day that we, are told? She sat in a car for a long time with a tracksuit on, up to an hour. You know, those are some of the top two ways for a child 5 and under to die. Those two things right there, what happened to Summer in one day. Can you imagine what her whole life was? Can you imagine that? Her whole life? Shit, that happened to her in one day. Not being I do not believe for a second that she was supervised like Candace is alleging at the horse pond. Too many indicators from Dawn in the first 3 days that Summer is deceased to see it any other way. I agree. I agree. In my opinion, you know, if Summer did make it back to the house that day, then my opinion is this is much more Dawn related. My opinion. Jessica, thank you for becoming a new member, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My opinion, Summer was evidence. They had to hide her. That is what Dr. Gary said. We're going to go over some of that here in just a little bit. I do not think the so-called parents ever thought this would blow up to the extent nationwide. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Um, you know, Summer really captured our hearts. And in my opinion, I think a lot of it is because of her parents. We just couldn't believe parents could speak this way about their missing daughter. Couldn't believe that she lived like she lived, you know? This is Summer's room whenever they were cleaning it for Dr. Phil. This is after they got the stuff out of the room. Dr. Phil wouldn't even show the bedroom like it was. In my opinion, that shows me that that channel is way more Hollywood and doesn't deal with the real grit of true crime. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. If you have to not show how Summer actually lived, well, then why are you doing it? In my opinion. When 20 says Candace showed and stated on CM's interview that she held Grandis down to the water's that she helped Grandis down to the water's edge. So where was she when H went bingo? Absolutely. 120. Absolutely. My opinion, you know, let me show you this. Right. Candace says, or per Don Wells, claims he left work at home for Jonesboro at 7:30 in the morning. Per Candace Bly Wells, she put Summer Wells' bathing suit on her before they left because it was really hot outside that day, going to be really hot outside that day. No one in, no one out. Per Candace Bly Wells, her and Summer Wells went to Holston Valley Medical Center in Kingsport with Grandis and dropped her off while sitting in the hospital parking lot waiting for Grandis to get done. H called her and invited her over. She told him as long as it was okay with his mother. That's 8 o'clock, right? Now, between 8 and 12:21, when we know that they are at Warriors, for sure, like that's a lot of time. Now, H says he's picked up around 10 or 11. Wait a minute, didn't Summer get her bathing suit on at Allison's? Well, Wendy, that's the problem. That is the exact problem that Candace, again, has changed her story multiple times, and H. So remember, Candace originally said that she put Summer's bathing suit on her that morning. They had no intention at all of swimming that day, or at least until later on in the evening. Allegedly, they were going to go to this water park. They drop Grandis off. They're sitting in the parking lot. H allegedly texts Candace and Summer go over to H's house. Well, then they say, one of the stories go, that Summer changed at the house because they were going to go fishing and or swimming, right? So then they pick Grandis up. They drop the prescription off. But then this is where the story changes again. Then they say, oh, well, we're drop the prescription off. Since we have to wait 30 minutes, oh, we're might as well go swim here at Warriors, which is literally across the street, the entrance of this Walgreens that they chose to be at, which I don't, that they specifically went to that Walgreens for a reason. I guarantee it. Guarantee it, in my opinion. So, which was it? Which was it? You were waiting 10, 15 minutes so you go swimming across the street, but you guys said you were going you had talked about swimming at H's house, but Summer already has a bathing suit on from 7 o'clock that morning. That's why, in my opinion, I believed H and Candace talked the night before. They was up all night, says H. He was up all night. Um, so there's 3 different accounts of that. Only one of them can be or may be true. Yes. Please, please, please be creative with your words, if you don't mind. Where does TBI say the last known proof of life? That I am aware of is at the watering hole, the horse pond, the TikTok video. Absolutely. Of course. Yeah, I agree. Grandis also said it was Candace's idea for her to go to the hospital. Really? I never I never heard that. Um, but that's interesting if she did say it. Um, Don used to wet oh yeah. Don used to wet the bed. He burned down the family barn. He hurt animals. He essayed his sisters. Also, oh, abso-freaking-lutely. Don is a dangerous human being. He is absolutely a dangerous human being. Uh, Ted Bundy was charming, right? It doesn't mean these people can't be charming or nice to you. Carol Austin going away from Denny's. Happy holidays. Oh, Carol, hope you have a great holiday. Uh, hope you have a great holiday on your holiday. Thank you so much, my dear. Hope you have a good Christmas. She went calling wildfire. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you more than you know, keeping our little channel going here. And thank you again, Carol. Thank you, Wildflower. It's very sweet of you. Um, have you seen Mickey's video where he did 110 news? What happened to her? No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't really do the spirit boxes or personally. I mean, I find them entertaining, but I don't really believe them personally. It's interesting though. So many lies in this case. I feel the police just wants it to go away. Well, we all want this to be done, but it's just not going to go away until someone's in cuffs and Summer is brought home to in whatever manner that is. We don't know. I bet the trip to the hospital was their hope of getting pain meds. I mean, this was in the heart of the cough, right? It was in the heart of it. Um, I'm surprised, like, I don't know how busy Holston Valley Hospital was during that time. I would think, you know, most of them are busy. Most hospitals are busy at that time. Um, going there for a knee pain, that's not an emergency, right? You having a knee pain is not an emergency. That is something you need to go to your primary care physician so they can most likely send you to a specialist. But, your knee hurting is not an emergency. That's exactly what I'm saying, Lake Superior. Exactly. So why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you at the hospital? Hey, Ryan, good to see you. Good afternoon. One person restrictions at A and E in June 21st. An injection in your fake knee. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's had like knee replacements or not. Um let's go through some of the photos here. You see, this is obviously the house. This is the driveway here, and it goes. Oops. It See where my cursor is. The driveway's right here, and it goes up and around the house, right? Uh, this child was not kidnapped, in my opinion, from this home. It makes no sense. Why would you walk Summer from here to here? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I read somewhere that crimes against children and domestic violence was at an oh, absolutely. It was an abuser's paradise at that time during the quarantine. Yeah. But, we were all stuck at home. It was in a highly stressful time. We had no idea about our future. We were scared of all of us getting sick, our loved ones getting sick. People were unalive, passing left and right. Besides the hundreds of very bizarre statements, the fact that the parents turned down the Cold Case Foundation and aren't cooperating seems to me it all sums it up. No jury needed, in my opinion. Lock them up. Well said, in my opinion, as well. Um, this was a letter that Candace wrote Don while he was in jail. This isn't the beginning of it, but this is I don't know what our future holds for us. Only God knows. June 15, 2021 killed me. Interesting words. I know it did you too. And then a few days later, I died a second time. There, there's so much we gone through. Yes, forgiving someone or something is easy, but forgetting things and people that have done things are not so easy, even with God on your side. And with you, you just can't forget. I know that you probably hate me for this. I feel there's nothing more for us. I know I won't get the boys back, but I know you probably will. I love you, but our lives are so much different. I've tried holding on all these years, even uh when you done the things you have done. You have rather. Yes, I forgive you for it all, but I can't forget it even being sober. It all hurts me. I know I have done my wrongs as well. So we just leave it at that. Anyways, there's so much I want to say to you, but you would not understand. I hope you get everything good. That's strange. She's saying Dawn would get the boys back. Yeah, that's I think she just thinks she wasn't going to get the boys back personally, but um and this was months ago this letter was written. Months. Dawn was in jail at the time. So the reason I brought this up, this is one of the evidence inventory sheets that they took on June 16th, 2021. In the last couple days, I heard it somewhere and I don't remember. Hold on, I think I might have just remembered. It may have been on Unmasked and Allie. She said, um, because on this inventory sheet, they took a quilted bag containing picnic items and a blanket in this inventory sheet. Yeah, it says 120 Ben Hill. Yeah. And so, but anyway, they took a picnic set, but I think it was Allie or someone said they took a picnic set and they would go swimming and, take the kids. Oh, absolutely, Mohawk. Absolutely. Yes, there is a different inventory sheet per area. Absolutely. 1 second. That is why I keep for the Wells to get sober, because when she's even a little bit more sober, here, yes, she's kind of writing in riddles. She's actually more clear. Sounds like a confession. I'll turn my camera back on just a second. Yes. Um, uh, yeah, they said there was no eating that day. And that's the strange, and that's a good point. I mean, they could have just taken it because, you know, they was testing something. I don't know, right? But um, neither here nor there. Um, Here's the other part of that letter. Donnie, I really don't know how to say this. Please don't take this wrong. I do love you. We've been through a lot in the past 15 years. we've been together. We have two totally different ways of lives. Yes, you have support our family financially, but it takes more than that. Money can't buy you happiness, and you can't buy love with it. We both have hurt each other one time uh or another. Yes, there was some happy times in our 15 years we spent together. Sometimes people make it together. Um, something won in life with Summer, Josie White, Waylon, all stolen from us. There's nothing left for me and you, as sad as that is for me to say. There's nothing left besides an empty house and property I don't want to be at either ever again. Which is interesting because Candace will say she's not leaving there until Summer is found. And then sometimes she'll say she doesn't want to be there, which, that can change. I get it. And property, I don't want to be at there ever again. You want to be in Utah or Wyoming. I don't. I can't leave here without Summer or the boys, and I won't. So she's saying she doesn't want to be at Ben Hill, but she doesn't, I guess, want to leave Tennessee. Is that what she's saying? God knows what's going to happen. Interesting. I don't, but I have to say see you later because we are going in two different directions in our lives. Love, Candace. That's an interesting thing to just say see you later, right? That's very interesting. See you later, 15 years. See you later, Donnie. 15 years. That's what you say. It's a little, this is blurry, but it makes me so sad, this photo. Wasn't this Easter Sunday? Give me 1 second, yeah. Jesse, I absolutely think Kathy helped her with that letter. I absolutely think that. Uh, that was that was Kathy's writing for sure. Absolutely. See ya, I'm out. When was that written? That was written sometimes when Dawn was in jail. Yeah, that pic is haunting. Can't share cells. I'm not buying it. Hello. I'm not buying it either. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Carol. Big thanks to lovely mods. Aren't they the best? We got the best mods, the best subscribers, absolutely ever. Absolutely ever. This is the hill when I was at the bottom of it the first time. And this was in December, right? This is a steep hill with trenches and stuff. And at the very top, one, two, three, four dogs. Four dogs, but they were on vacation that day, right? I think that pic was taken the same day, and the one with Dawn holding her crying. That's a very haunting photo. The one with Dawn when she wrote the letter on the hood of the car, she spelled. That is true. Good point, Tamara. Good point. because when Candace wrote that letter to the news station, it wasn't in cursive, number one, and number two, the spelling and the writing was so much different. This is Fred's place. Um, it's weird. Uh, but I think Fred has potentially saw stuff that day that may be very valuable. And I think, uh, yeah, I'll just say that. This is his driveway, and this is where Candace was supposed to have parked down here and, saw what is his name? Chad Arnold. All right, I want to read this to you 1 second. Oh, sorry, I'm muted. 1 second, guys. I got to fix something. All right. So, this was shortly after Summer went missing. The mom comes into my work with two boys and a little girl. And so this was most likely whenever Candace was, or when Dawn and the oldest was in Utah. I wanted to say something multiple times because she seems so mean to her, and she would buy the boys something and not her, squeezing her arm as tight as she can. She dressed always in filthy PJs and either shoes that are too small or a pair of dirty flip flops. It's the saddest thing, and yes, her head had been shaved. And that's sad. That is so sad. Hello, Zigster. Kathy was playing by Candace always. Hey, Dutch. Good to see you, my dear. How can anyone believe that Don and Candace has said he didn't know his neighbors? He's so full of it. So full of it. All right. Summer reportedly went. Here's a timeline. June 15th, 6:30, 6:26. The phone call went in. Summer went missing from Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. By Wednesday the 16th, 12:07 a.m. is when the TBI issued an endangered child alert. The 16th, June 16th, TBI upgrades it to an Amber Alert at 11:08 p.m. Wednesday, June 16th as well. 12:56 p.m. TBI releases new photos. Same day, on the 16th at 4 p.m., there's a press conference. Sheriff describes difficulty in the search, and Wednesday, June 16th at 10 p.m., TBI says they've received around 30 tips. Um, this is Dawn admitting to having sick PORN growing up. And I think this, along with him essaying his sisters, started a monster. Don says, trigger warning, y'all. We all had access to PORN back then, and very sick PORN. I can still remember some portraying young kids. We would sneak these magazines from our uncle's bedroom, and we would all look. Sick PRN was all we had to learn about SEX. I think that is what triggered. He saw these things. This was his first stimulation, and it set off, in my opinion, a path of sickness. I was talking to TBI today about Dobbs and Ajan, and he told me that everything you see on Facebook is so twisted. He said I would be better off not to even listen to any of it. And there's that 15:06 p.m. By June 20th, 2021, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announced that they had received 137 tips as of Sunday afternoon. Summer Wells has not been found and has been missing for 5 days. So by 5 days, they had received 137 tips. Andrew McClung from WCYB knew this evening. According to authorities, search efforts for Summer Wells are being scaled back. Here's the exact quote from other information related to the summer. Quote, at this time, we are scaling back search operations. Search efforts will continue on a more specialized basis and needed and directed for local, state, and federal agencies just because we may not be seen in such a large presence in and throughout the area. Rest assured that we will not quit and won't quit until we find Summer Wells. We're still holding them to that, by the way. 120 agencies, 1,150 searchers, 1,150 searchers, 1,150 searchers for Summer. The TBI fixed wing has flown 21.2 hours, while the TCP helicopter has logged 30 hours of flight. 3,000 acres have been searched, and more than 4.6-mile radius. That's crazy. Yes, they don't put them in there, but I mean, back then, who knows, but you know, they probably make them look young, I'm sure. I just try to give her ship myth. Says my purchase is pending. I don't know, dear. Canadian Cookie member for 9 months. We love you, Summer. We will not give up. Amen, Canadian Cookie. Thank you so much for your loyal support on this channel. Thanks for keeping us going. Appreciate you, my dear. Very kind of you. Probably adults. Yes. Yes. Why is the FBI not involved? Because local law enforcement says FBI is involved. They still are partners in the Summer Wells disappearance. Yes. Photo of Summer on the rocks, free as they come. Yes, Trev, they are absolutely involved. Barefoot, as usual. Do you think a barefoot child that has no food consumption is going to get too far on her feet? Misty Dawn, 10 months. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for keeping our channel going. I appreciate you so much, more than you know. Thank you. I'm not buying it. Thank you so much for the 99. How do you 0.99 is it pence? I'll just say 99 cents, but is it 99 pence in pounds? Is that right? 2 minute or 5 minute, she wouldn't go far, period. Not that, sure, exactly. I agree. Microdot, good morning, y'all. Been listening, but also take care of things for Christmas too. Santa has, yes, and I was crazy busy yesterday and the day before that. 99p. I think it's pence is the word, right? Donna and Candace will be arrested soon. The FBI is involved. All the money donated to them is interesting. I know if you're yeah, it's pence. Yes, pence. Because when I've been to the UK, let's see, 99 pence. And one of my sisters lives in Scotland. And God, things are so expensive. Things are so expensive in the UK. I mean, things are expensive here now too, but oh my God, the UK, I don't know how people live. It's crazy. And all the cups are really small too. I'm like, "Ah, I need a big gulp, please. I need a big gulp." When I get back to America, I'm like, "Oh, thank you, God, we got cups that people can drink out of." Oh, oh, you're sweet, Ziggy. You're sweet, Ziggy. Very kind of you. Every time I would go, I'm like, I need a large coffee, and they're like, we have one size, and you're gonna sit down here, and you're gonna drink it. And I'm like, but I want a to-go cup. And they're like, no, you're gonna sit down here. This is an actual cup. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna drink it because we don't do takeaway as much. In the UK, they don't do takeaway as much. I mean, you can get to-go cups, but it's a D class A thing, if you will. Oh no, there's no refills or anything. Funeral size cups, yes. So I'm like, I want a coffee with creamer and 2 Splenda or sweet and low, stevia, anything artificial or natural as long as it makes it sweet. And they're like, we have an American flat. And I'm like, okay. So their normal cup size is like a shot glass. It's like a shot espresso. I'm like, I'm gonna break this damn thing. I'm just kidding. But they're so small. so small. Their coffees and stuff. Oh god. I I love the British though. I'm not in Tennessee, dear. I'm in Virginia. Uh Ryan, just and truth and you, Jen, are going to thank you so much, Margaret. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you. And also, how am I on this conversation? I don't know how I got on this conversation. Like, you can only get like Advil over there. You can only get a certain amount, or at least that way, like in Scotland. Like like you're only allowed so many Advil per ever so often, and they don't call it, well, like Tylenol, they call it SF. I can't even say it. You know what I'm talking about? Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Uh, yeah. So like when my sister comes here, I always go to Sam's Club and I get her like the big, the great big thing of uh Advil. It's got like 900 in it, so she can take with her. She gets headaches a lot. That's what it is. What is it? Paracetamol? Is that what it is? Paracetamol. I think that's what they call it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, dear. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Thank you for the 199 pounds, my dear. Appreciate it. I don't know how I don't know how people I mean, in the UK, God, it is so expensive. It is so expensive. Still can get Tylenol ones with codeine. Really? Wow. The mods are wonderful here. They're very classy and they're very welcoming, and I appreciate them all. They absolutely are. What Trev say? I see all medicines. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It is very expensive there. Very, very expensive. Don't miss it. I mean, I love going to the UK, but it's so expensive. I won't get to get the stage. Oh, you'll love Florida. You'll love North Carolina. You'll love the Keys. You'll love them all. I love them all. We just have to limit how many pills you can buy at one time. My daughter in Highlands goes to buy more than. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I love British men too. I love anybody with an accent. You got an accent and you're cute. You're my cup of tea. You should come to Chisington. I'm so the first time I went to the UK, I was like, I want the biggest SUV you have. I want the biggest SUV. And so I get there and they hand me the keys, and it's like the size of a Kia Soul. PET scans are 12,000. Well, they're not. It's pretty much the same as it is here, though. And they hand me like a Kia Soul. It's not a Kia Soul, but it was the Kia Souls wasn't even made then. But it was small, and then you also sit on the other side and you drive on the other side as well. And I felt, and then I go to the gate because there's gates everywhere in the UK. You're going to find a gate every 10 feet in the UK. Every 10 feet, you're going to find a gate. And so a guy, Don Grandma of Three, thank you for gifting one membership, my love. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Left-hand side drive. Yes, you get used to it. You get used to it quicker than you think. You really do. But so the guy checks my paperwork when I'm getting ready to leave out of the parking lot. And he's like, "Oh my God, mate, you've got such a big uh SUV there, giant." And I'm thinking, he has never been to America, because if he saw my Denali XL, it's big as this whole parking lot right now. You know? But and also the Petro is by the liter and it's extraordinarily expensive. And then, yeah, I only drive big vehicles. I don't like little vehicles personally. I drive big cars on a trav. That's right. And then what else was it? Oh, so, and I'm really thinking about, I want to help the British people here. I really do. If you go to downtown London during certain hours, I had no idea about this. I got home and I had $1,300 in tickets at my door waiting on me. I swear my hand to God, $1,300 I had to pay. Because you're in London, certain times of the day, and there's no stop signs. You go roundabout. It's all roundabout. Roundabout, straight, roundabout, straight, roundabout, straight. They charge you a congestion fee for being in their city spending money. I'm like, Americans, we would fry your fish and chips if we had to pay being in someone's town, spending money. Oh my God. I had, it was like 12 or $1,300. Yes, in certain times of the day. I'm just, I don't know where the hell I am in London, so I'm just like, "Meep, meep, you know, I am going, I am driving through London, going the same street, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, just driving crazy. Every time I'm going around a roundabout, there's a camera and it's like, boy, that person's, been around this roundabout 12 times already. Moonlight Magic, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a member, my dear. I appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Hope you like crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. North Carolina. There's a, I mean, we have roundabouts in America. We do. I mean, I'm not saying we're anti-roundabout, uh, because, but seriously, in the UK, everything's a roundabout. Like, okay, okay, let's picture New York City. Every how many feet is a stop sign, right? Now picture a much smaller street, because remember, the British people take care of their stuff and they don't just throw their shit away. They take care of it forever. And so everything is very, taken good care of uh for millennia, right? And but the streets are smaller and a four-way intersection, right? But it's a roundabout, and then 20 feet later it's a roundabout again. Uh and listen, I'll be honest with you, I would rather have roundabouts. I would rather have roundabouts, to be quite honest with you, because you don't have to just sit there and like, I mean, you do sometimes, you have to wait till you get in the loop. Justin, this is off topic. Well, honey, let me tell you, I done blew this one. I'm telling you that. I done blew it. I usually never do this. I know you send your children in private. Mine is also, have you noticed the role these plated? Justin, this is, I know you send your children in private. Mine is to have you noticed the role these pleated way up. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, dear. Can you but I drove from London to Glasgow, Scotland, and that was fun. It's really cold in Scotland. I don't understand either. I don't either. Sorry. You might just maybe rewrite it and I'll see it again. Apologize. Imagine how much our time in our lives we spend waiting on lights. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. PG. Hello, my love. Good to see you. You need to visit York, Stafford upon it. Oh, I've been to so many places. It's in the UK and around the world. It's homie too scared. Don't be scared. Hey, Brandy presents and hiding from Buggy and oh yes, they still Santa visiting them soon. I'm guessing. Um, let's see here. Yeah, 5 minute red lights and intersection is so time consuming. Yes, 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 yes. You're from Glasgow. Oh, you really? I love Glasgow. Uh, I live in cold weather like that. When I lived in Seattle, it rained all the time. You know something? I was in the last time I was in Seattle was July of 2013, third week of July 2013. I was there for a week. It didn't rain once. Didn't rain once. I'm like, it wasn't even cloudy, really. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. All right. What am I talking about? All right. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see here. I find something. Bear with me, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. I find something. This photo of Summer makes me really sad. I don't know. It's like her eyes look really, she's smiling, she's cheesing there, but she just doesn't look good there. I have bags to, something. You have a good memory, Justin? I don't have a good memory. I have Justin, you have missed Trev Time's funny super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry. Everyone is waiting out at lunch. Meanwhile, Justin is taking circles around about, smiling in the camera. That's a Trev, you're so right. Oh my god. I wasn't smiling when I got literally like 50 tickets in the mail. And like you have to pay them because I'm obviously going back to the UK and I'll never rent a car again probably in the UK. Uh but I wanted to drive from uh London to Glasgow, which it is several hours. But the real me too, 7 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate you. And thank you, Moonlight Magic, for becoming a new member as well. Very kind of y'all. Thank you for your support. Um, Summer sure had a lot of clothes. I don't think I've ever seen her in the same outfit. She did have a lot of clothes. And the boys had a lot of clothes. However, they wore a lot of clothes that did not fit them. You know, you can't drive into Glasgow unless you're in an electric vehicle now, Justin. Shut up. I've got to talk to my sister about that. That is insanity. King Charles, come on, dude. Come on. Um, no doing laundry. You need load your clothes, probably hand me downs in thrift shops. Yeah. Hand me downs. With the boys specifically. Cars also turn off it stops. Yes. Yes. This evening I will be doing a live with the King Charles. King Charles. That's how the British do. Yeah, pretty much. My car is restricted. I would get £100 fine. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they were. I talked to a mother whose child rode the bus with them. Yeah. I'm fascinated with British people, though. I love British people. I love their interior style. Watching football at the same time. That's funny. Funny. Um. All right. Should we watch the video? Okay. See, this is what we were kind of talking about earlier. Candace says that morning she put Summer in a bathing suit because it was going to be hot out that day. But yet she's got her in literally like a coat with a hoodie zipped up by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And in this article she's quoted as saying, so we're like here, well, instead of us sitting in the car where it's boiling hot, we'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little while. Like I said, we weren't even planning on going swimming. or fishing or anything, Candace said. Lies, 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 Candace. And you picked that for a reason. Picked it for a reason. Uh, yeah, so that day, Candace supposedly drove 1 hour and 43 minutes to every single place that she says she went, from literally her house to everywhere she drove that day. Hospitals, Hunter, Walgreens, Hippie House, horse stables, beer, vape, all of that. Um, these are, I did a thing on that before. This is Candace writing that letter whenever she wouldn't. Not one of my children could ever be in the water for just, that's exactly what I said, Brandy. It takes you 20, 25 minutes to get them out of the water. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Does anyone know where Grandy's hiding at? I've heard places, but Don doesn't want her there. Like, he doesn't want her at Ben Hill, which I'm not sure Granny wants to be at Ben Hill either. Here's Candace with more young individuals. Now, I want y'all to look at this right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. I want to show y'all this. It's not going to do it. Hell no. Darn it. But right here, it's got several buckets stacked and it's got a cord in it. What are they doing there? What is this? What? Okay, here it is. You can see the cord here better. Make it bigger for you. What are they? This right here. If Grandis knows something, I've always wondered if they offered her immunity. Is she working with somebody? It's very possible. If I can send Fred that in. Yeah, Ziggy. No. I'm not saying that's Candace. Not saying that's Candace. Let me show you. Neither one of these are Candace. These are, I mean, I covered their faces. these are two young individuals that Candace made sure she put on her Instagram. People make mathematics out of those buckets and stuff. These are uh, TBI photos of shortly after Summer went missing. Look at all the dogs laying there. You see here. Here is from Jody Sue, where Candace would write Jody Sue stuff, you know, she wrote, Candace wrote, or no, maybe Jody Sue wrote this. I think she's in the purple there. This effer is trying to murder everything over here. And this is Summer's toe where something happened. Do you know if a spider bite looks like this at its first stage? I mean, there was so much, so many bugs and everything, right? Bugs and rats and roaches and True Crime Junkie, like that picture, like it's just the wire and stuff that's coming out of it and the stuff. Yeah, it may be nothing. I don't, I'm not saying, but it's also strange. What is this? These are like court cost and stuff. Don with his white truck on June 15th. This was the morning of the 15th, right? Who are those texts between? Those texts are between Jody Sue and Candace. I didn't think so, but wanted to be sure this effer is trying to murder everything over here. Can you please share my post I just put up November 29th, this is 2016. Thank you. I will get the boys, by the way. Yeah, I thought yours was more wrinkly and bipod collar. I guess we're talking about the dogs. I just wanted to be sure I wasn't wrong before I had Andy walk it besides of the car to all of the neighbors' houses to see if it's theirs. The night Summer disappeared, this is the media said. Summer Moon Utah Wells was reportedly last seen June 15th walking near her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek area wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. Did they get it wrong, or did Don and Candace just change their story? The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reports no new leads in the case and has not ruled out foul play, so there is growing scrutiny on everyone close to the child. The accident, yeah. This is the hill that they live on. Think someone's climbing up there and taking a 5-year-old off in 2 to 5 minutes. No branches, no leaves messed up anywhere, anything like that. Nope. Oh, I want to show y'all something. Hold on. It's of you guys know what a black hole is, right? A black hole. Light cannot escape a black hole. Not even light. And Jody Sue, when she draws on her cigarette so hard, light doesn't escape.
You know.
Watch
You
the
know.
light. Watch the light go.
You
I
know.
did not edit that. I promise.
So it reminds me of that. It's just pretty wild.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. What else do I got? how does light how does the light go? I don't know. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. All right. I guess that's all I'm going to do on this live. I may be back in a little bit later this evening. Oh, is Evil Exist in here? We love Evil Exist. Evil Exist does great work. If you are not subscribed to Evil Exist, you're missing out. You really are. And Spirit Seeker Squad, and of course, Ziggy. Thank you, Spirit Seeker. Very kind of you. Yeah. Good, good, good. All right, y'all. Love you all. Appreciate you. Got some other stuff I need to do. So I will see y'all later. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later at some point. Oh, so sad about Kraken cases. That is I feel really bad for them. Like just the addiction in general. She was streaming on her phone and it's the settings. Okay. So I hope Dan, I hope that they get help. You know, White Boy and I, we don't always see eye to eye, but I think he did a good job dealing with Cam last night. You could tell he once he came up there, uh he dealt with Kraken cases pretty respectfully, in my opinion. They did not help themselves being on YouTube. That is for certain, please. For certain. They did not help themselves. It made them, in my opinion, look that much worse. But, you know, with addiction, specifically things like fentanyl and stuff, you either get clean or it will catch up with you. It always wins. Fentanyl will always win. If you don't save your life quick, you either get clean from it or really bad things can happen. And, I was looking at Cam and Allie from when they started their channel to now, and it's heartbreaking. They've done a lot. I'm sure that they give you enough to hold you over. Yeah, but in my opinion, they need 6 months of inpatient treatment at the very, very least. Yeah. Thank you, Marlena. All right, guys. Love you all. God bless. See ya later. Bye-bye.